Bridegroom and bride, hear from the word of God what the Lord requires of you in marriage. Bridegroom, you shall love her as your own body, as Christ loved his church and gave himself up for her. Guide, protect, and comfort your wife. Bride, you shall love your husband and be subject to him as the church is subject to Christ. Accept his guidance and assist him in all good things. Be faithful to each other. Diligently fulfill the calling which the Lord has given you in the church and in this world.
Tonya and Stephen, I can only thank the Lord that he has brought the two of you together and has led you to this day. I'll never forget the day when Tonya came home from high school and said she had met the boy she was going to marry. Stephen told his parents on the same day that he had met the girl he was going to marry. They were only 15. I've seen the love the two of you have for each other and for the Lord, and I've seen it grow, mature, and strengthen throughout the years.
On behalf of Stephen and Tonya and their families, welcome. May the Lord bless us as we together celebrate this wonderful occasion to his glory. I, Stephen Hendrik Ravensbergen.
I, Stephen Hendrik Ravensbergen.
Declare here before the Lord and these witnesses.
Declare here before the Lord and these witnesses.
That I take as my lawful wife.
That I take as my lawful wife.
Tonya Lynn Bartels, here present.
Tonya Lynn Bartels, here present.
I, Tonya Lynn Bartels.
Declare here before the Lord and these witnesses.
Declare here before the Lord and these witnesses.
That I take as my lawful husband, Stephen Hendrik Ravensbergen, here present.
I take as my lawful husband, Stephen Hendrik Ravensbergen, here present.
I promise to love and obey him.
I promise to love and obey him.
To assist him.
To assist him.
And to live with him in holiness.
And to live with him in holiness.
According to the Holy Gospel.
According to the Holy Gospel.
It's on special occasions like this that we miss Dad the most and feel the empty place acutely. And yet, the Lord has used this grief as well to bring the two of you closer together, to strengthen the bond you have, and to learn to lean on him for all things. Stephen, the Lord also provided you with the courage at the young age of 15 to ask Tonya's dad for her hand in marriage when you went to see him in the hospital. He told you then, "Don't be scared, Stevie. Ask what you want to ask." And he gave you his blessing to marry Tonya, a blessing which I confirmed a little over a year ago.
Stephen, do you give this ring as a symbol of your abiding love and faithfulness to Tonya, your wife?
I do.
Tonya, do you give this ring as a symbol of your abiding love and faithfulness to Stephen, your husband?
I do.
I do have the story of how Tonya would talk about her first love. One day in high school, while walking down the hallway to class, I noticed Tonya and this friend Stephen of hers would be together a lot. So I went up to her and said, "So, who's he, eh?" I then got punched in the arm. "Oh, that's just Steve. I have some classes with him. Good friend of mine." I laughed and said, "Oh, just a friend, eh?" Uncle Ben would have been so proud of the both of you and all you've accomplished so far.
Most of all, we thank God that after 6 long years together, He's now given you fully to one another in marriage. It's our prayer that God gives you both all strength, wisdom, love, and perseverance to fulfill the vows you made to each other before God today.
And finally, we have the bridal couple, Mr. and Mrs. Ravensbergen.
I also promise never to forsake her,
but to be true to him always,
but to be true to him always,
in good days and bad,
in good days and bad,
in riches and poverty,
in riches and poverty,
in health and sickness,
in health and sickness,
for as long as we both shall live.
for as long as we both shall live.
for as long as we both shall live.